There are many children's books to choose from, but the book that I chose is Love You Forever. It starts off with a mother and her newborn son rocking, and she is singing to him, I love you forever, I like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. Then goes to the little boy is 2 years old, and he is in his terrible twos and getting into everything, and he even takes the mother's watch and flushes it down the toilet. She makes the comment that he is driving her crazy, but she still goes into his room at night when he is asleep and rocks him and sings to him. And then the toddler is a 9-year-old boy with behavioral issues, but she still goes into his room every night and rocks him and sings to him. Then he is a teenager, and she continues this routine of rocking him and singing to him. Then he is a young man, and he moves out of his mom's house and into his own house. The mom sometimes at night still gets up and drives across town to her son's house to rock him and to sing to him. And as she is getting older, she is getting sicker in her age. So she calls her son and asks him to come and visit with her. The son gets there and he sings to her and rocks her. But the song is a little different this time. I love you forever, I like you for always. As long as I'm living, my mommy you'll be. Then the son goes back to his house, and then he goes into his newborn daughter's room and picks her up and sings to her and continues the tradition that him and his mom had when he was growing up. According to the 8th edition of Young Authors and Illustrators, Robert Munsch was born June 11th, 1945 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He was the fourth out of 9 children and wanted to be a minister, so was going to college for that. During that time, he worked at an orphanage with children, and he decided then that he wanted to do something with children. So he quit going to college to be a Catholic priest, and he worked at a daycare for a year. After that year, he went back to school for child studies. After he finished, he got a job at a lab preschool in Canada at a university. And his boss's wife asked him to get his children's books published, and to become a writer, and that's what he did. And he ended up being Canada's best-selling children's writer. And then he wrote Love You Forever, and it made it #1 on the New York Times best-selling children's book list. And so I think it's a great book to read to your children to let them know that you will love them forever.